1982, something very scary happened in Chicago. People who took a common medicine called Tylenol started dying. This event is known as the Chicago Tylenol Murders. Let's dive into what happened and how it changed the way we use medicine today. It all started in late September. A 12-year-old girl named Mary Kellerman woke up not feeling well. Like many people do, her parents gave her an extra-strength Tylenol pill. They thought it would make her feel better, but sadly, she died the next day. Her sudden death was a shock to everyone. Just a day later, 6 more people, including 3 members of the Janis family, also died after taking Tylenol. The other victims included a postal worker named Adam Janis, who took Tylenol for chest pain and died soon after. His brother and sister-in-law, Stanley and Teresa Janis, died the same way after taking Tylenol at his home. The medicine they took had been tampered with and was laced with a deadly poison called potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide is a very dangerous chemical. Even a small amount can stop a person from breathing and cause death in minutes. The fact that such a poison was found in medicine bottles on store shelves was terrifying. It meant that anyone could be at risk. When the Janis family members died, a nurse named Helen Jensen went to their house to investigate. She found a bottle of Tylenol with 6 missing pills. She thought these pills might have caused the deaths and gave the bottle to an investigator named Nick Pishos. He and a medical examiner smelled the bottle and detected a scent of almonds, which is a sign of cyanide. When they tested the pills, they found that some of them had enough cyanide to kill people. This discovery was very alarming. The authorities quickly realized that they had to warn the public. If other people had these poison pills in their homes, they needed to know right away. The police and health officials worked together to spread the word. They went on TV and radio to tell people not to take Tylenol. They even drove around neighborhoods with loudspeakers to make sure everyone heard the message. The investigators looked for clues everywhere. They checked the stores where the poison bottles were bought, talked to employees, and looked at security camera footage. They even looked at the list of people who had recently bought large amounts of cyanide. But finding the person responsible was like looking for a needle in a haystack. Even though the investigators worked very hard, they couldn't find out who put the poison in the Tylenol pills. Many suspects were looked at, but no one was ever charged with the murders. One man named James William Lewis was found guilty of trying to extort money. After the Tylenol murders, people were very scared to use over-the-counter medicines. To make sure this kind of tragedy never happened again, there were big changes in how medicines were packaged. Now, medicine bottles have tamper-proof seals. This means you can see if the bottle has been opened before you buy it. There are also new laws that make it a serious crime to tamper with medicines. The changes in packaging became the new standard for the entire industry. Now, all over-the-counter medicines have tamper-evident packaging. These are the safety seals you see when you open a new bottle. If the seal is broken or missing, you know not to use the product. This simple change has saved countless lives by making it much harder for someone to tamper with medicine. The government also passed new laws to protect consumers. The Anti-Tampering Act made it a federal crime to tamper with consumer products. This law gives harsh penalties to anyone who tries to poison or harm people through products sold in stores. The people who died in the Chicago Tylenol murders are still remembered today. Their tragic deaths led to important changes that help protect us all. Every time you open a medicine bottle and see that it's sealed, you can thank the lessons learned from this sad event. The victims included Mary Kellerman, Adam Janis, Stanley Janis,